Hello and welcome back. My name is Vanessa Blanc from Wild Woman Bushcraft. I want to show you my home today. I will open my doors and show you everything. And we start here at the office, because when I'm sitting here, I create my YouTube videos, and this is what you can see later. So let's start in the office. Close to the office is also the sleeping room, but we will see the sleeping room later. Maybe you remember my sleeping room in the last room tour video. In the past there was sleeping room and working room together in one room mixed, and I was very unhappy with this situation. And finally I've got two new rooms under the roof, and I showed you this room in the last video too, because there was those window. It was an old window, it was wet, rain comes inside, and I just tried to repair it. It was terrible. But finally there's a new window, new color and a new ground, and it looks completely different, and I'm so happy that I have a single working room now. So in the past I had a very bad gaming laptop for working. I was in the electric store and tell them what I do, what the laptop can do, and it was a very bad decision to buy it because it was expensive, but it works not great by video creating. So I had to buy a tower which is made complete for my needs. It is more like a custom tower. And finally the video works really great. I had no problems anymore. But I make the decision to have both of them at my working table, because when I create a YouTube video, it is not really possible to do something else at the computer. So in this time I do my second job as a writer and author for the survival magazine, and in this time I can work here at the laptop. This here is my extern safer medium. It has 8 terabyte. So I work with a lot of pictures and videos, and this needs a lot of space at the tower, and it is better to have the tower free and that the tower can work very well, and all my other stuff is here at this safe medium. So it is better for me for working, and also better that nobody can come to all my sensible video datas. Maybe you see my safe in the background. This is a fireproof safe. I have all my gold barrels and my millions inside there. No, this is a joke. I have no million and also no gold barrels. But you also have not to know what is inside of the safe. Here in the back is all the camera stuff. I've had always no place for that, but finally everything has its own place now. Here inside are only cables for the cameras. The gimbal has no place yet, but maybe later. So, and here are all the cases, camera cases. The Tafcase is waterproof. When I'm traveling for several days, I always have my camera equipment into these cases in the car. And here are my camera bags, several ones, and the drone. So after the years I've had so many stuff, so many different camera stuff, and I don't really need all of them anymore. And in the last video I told you that I want to buy, that I want to sell something of that, because I not to use every item of that. And it also brings a little bit money, and the positive effect is that I have more place, and maybe I have then a place for the gimbal too. For office interviews and my German podcasts I have this tool here, but I've had no time for podcasts anymore, but I will make it soon again. So my English is not good enough to make a podcast in English, but maybe in the future we will see. Here are my both creator awards. I had in the past 100,000 subscribers at the German channel and also 100,000 subscribers at the English channel. So actually I have a lot more and I'm very, very thankful for that. And I have this awards only because you are there. So thank you. I clean all the mess for you because I'm the type of person who's saying, oh, I just lay this item here down and I will clean it or make it away later, and then it lay and lay and lay. So sometimes I'm a little bit messy. In my wall house are a lot of plants like this here, and I also have a lot of those bottle gardens because they are really simple and really cool. But I will show you them closer in the dinner room, in the dining room, because there I have several of them. Here is all my paper stuff. Here's some part of my ACDC stuff, some CDs, and here are all my survival magazines, the magazines for that I'm writing, and some of my outdoor books, but not all. In my last room tour video, some of you asked if I use this ice pickle anymore because it looks very old. Yes, it is very old, and no, I don't use it because this is a very, very important piece for me. This is from my good friend Leo, who's dying in the mountains. And he held this in the last minutes of his life in his hands, and because of this it is very, very important for me, and it is like a luck bringer. Also when it brings the person who holds it a lot of unluck and end his life. Here is the door to my sleeping room, but we will take a look there later. So, and here at the chair you can see one of my 3 house and farm cats. This here is called Epson, because there was another cat called Epson in the past, and he got his name from a computer equipment which he loves a lot. And this one is new, but his name is also Epson. 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 Okay, this is all he can get for you. So this here is an ACDC food cleaner. This is everything you can do with ACDC, clean your food. No, it's a joke. So I saw them and think, yeah, it looks great. I had to have it, and finally it is here. This is the second part of my office. This is the music part. And I have here a vinyl player. Yes, I hear vinyl in this time too. Here are only ACDC vinyls, but in the dinner room I have several others of them. And this here is an old chair from my loved friend Leo, and I love this chair, and sometimes I am just sitting there and listening to the music, or I am sitting at the working table and hear this music for my motivation. Here are some of my guitars. The black one, the small one here, is a Les Paul. It is from my oldest son. He loved to play guitar also. And here you can see the SG. I will sell this SG. I told you in the last video that I want to sell a little bit from my guitars. And this here definitely come away. So this is my office. Here I spent the time for the YouTube videos. I think you see everything from this room. And one thing, I forgot one thing. This here are acoustic plates at the wall. I fixed them for the podcast for a better acoustic into this room. So that was my office, and I think we start to the next room. Here are my flashlights when you are on the search for a good, effective and always working flashlight. You are very good with buying a LED lenser. The living in the family can be very chaotic and sometimes stressed. Every child had to be at a second place, everyone had to make his own business, and I'm very happy when we come in the evening together here at the table and eat delicious food. I always enjoy this time. So this room was not there before. My grandmother was to senior care before, and we don't know if she can stay there at the senior care because it cost a lot of money. But this room here was before her living room, and she doesn't need, because of the situation, the living room anymore, also if she come back someday. So this here is now the dining room, and I enjoy to have a lot of place now, because in the past the table was also in the kitchen, and the kitchen is not too big, but we need all those chairs for everyone, and now we have place. We can walk around without everything in the way. And I also have my green background that I always wanted. We will take a closer look now. Some of you are wondering about my great aquarium in the last video, and I'm also wondering because this aquarium is the most beautiful that I ever had. I just love to sit there and just watching and relax. It is better than watching TV. And all the plants are growing so big and so beautiful. I love to sit there. Also in the dinner room is music important, and here is my acoustic guitar part. This was my first acoustic guitar because I had to learn guitar in the childcare school. And here's another acoustic guitar signed from a musiker. This here was also an old nano aquarium, but the smaller the aquariums are, the better is it to have a good water quality. So I came to a point that I said, no, I don't want to have it anymore. It just makes me angry, and you cannot really sell them because you got nothing from them for them. So I have an upcycling idea, how you can see now. I've planted a bonsai inside and some other plants, and I never see a bonsai with flowers, but this bonsai here must really like how he's growing, so there are some flowers. So I make it complete at my own, a little bit earth, some different plants, a little bit of moss, that's it. I really like it. Here are also two bonsais, and here in the background is a very special music instrument. In German we call it Schlagwerk, which means that you can pitch it. I really love it, and the good thing is that you doesn't have to have any music hobbies to play. This is so simple. Here are 3 plant bottles. They are very easy to make it at your own. You just need a granulate and the ground that the roofs doesn't get wet. Then the earth, some moss, some stones, different plants, and that's it. So it is very easy because you just had to give them water once, and this is at the beginning. You are watering once, and because of this here, because the glass is closed, the water never come outside. So it is a never-ending circulation. Very easy for everyone who always forgot to give the plants water. So you can make it very easy at your own, or you can buy them complete ready in the World Wide Web. And now you will see my favorite music instrument. Not this, but I also love it. My favorite music instrument is my handpan. Like the name said, you play it with the hands, but you can also play it with this because this will make a better sound. But the best thing of this is that you can also play it without playing any music instrument before. You just can sit there, see it for the first time and play. So you play it with these 2 fingers. It's very easy. I love it. Plants, everywhere around plants. So in this room there are the most plants because in the winter times when I'm sitting there and outside everything is grau and cold and wet, my heart screams, spring, 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 I need spring. And then I'm sitting here and watch to all those green plants and my soul will get a little bit relaxed again. So, and then I just can calm down again. I hate those cold times in the winter when there is no snow, when it is not cold enough that everything is frozen and it is just wet outside. And then I can relax into this room. Into this room there is also one part complete with music. So here are also several guitars. For example, here in the background there is a Gretsch Malcolm Young edition guitar. It is not damaged. It is so because it looks like the real guitar from Malcolm Young, ACDC. It is a written monster and I just love it. So in Germany you can buy this guitar nowhere. I've bought this time the last one of them and there are no more there in Germany. And I'm really struggling with the thought if I should sell it or not, because when nobody can buy it anymore, I will get a lot of money for this. But also, I have also my heart inside of this because I don't know if I could buy this guitar in the future again or not, or is it maybe the last one, or are they so expensive in the future? So I'm not sure at this time if I should sell it or not. Yeah, we will see what the future brings. Of course, you should play Gibson and Gretsch only with a Marshall tuner. Here is my second vinyl player, but here is no ACDC. ACDC is only upstairs. Here I have vinyl like Rolling Stones, Johnny Cash, Michael Jackson. So I'm here at the music more old style because the old style music know what really music is, and those newbies today, sometimes it is not really music. So this is only my thought. I know my style of the music instruments is completely different. At the one side there are the electric guitars, rough and hard and sound loud, and at the other part there are those small shiny instruments like the handpan, or here the Tibetan sound bowls. So do you know the sound bowl meditation? This is when you lay at the ground and you have those sound bowls around your head or on your back, and these are the bigger bowls, bigger than this here, and they just gong it, gong, and there is the sound everywhere. You can really feel the sound in your veins, and it is very, very relaxing. It is like you are in a coma. I have here also an oven, but actually I doesn't have to make it on. I doesn't have to heat with it because I have a great oven in the kitchen, and this oven is so hot that I doesn't have to use them here too. This is my dinner room, and at next we will see the living room. Welcome in my living room. So I'm really not a couch potato. Normally I'm always outside, I'm always on my feet. But when it is evening and it is on weather like this, cold, stormy, windy and rainy, I prefer to sit here at the couch and just watch a little bit TV, but I don't like reality soaps. I prefer to watch something when I can learn about it. So wildlife documentations, animal documentations and stuff like that. And then I heat my oven and stay here under the blanket and enjoy to do nothing, but I don't have often time for that. I have a really small living room, so when I moved into this house I really had to think at which part of the room I have my stuff, but I think I make it very comfortable. So this is the couch part, and we will switch now to the other parts of the room. This here is the dog blanket, but Icar isn't interested to lay just at her blanket. So at first she was allowed to lay down there, and then slowly she's coming to the other parts of the couch, and she had always to lay at this place where I am. So she loved to cuddle, but she has no respect for my sitting place at the couch, because when she wants to lay there, she just lay there. So there is no she isn't care about myself and if I can breathe or not, so she just had to lay there. Here is also an aquascape. This is 40 liters, and I love to watch into this aquarium, but I wish I had more space for a bigger aqua space here in the living room, but it is not possible. So I enjoy also this size, and the bigger the aquascape, the easier is to handle it for the water quality. So this is a great aquascape. I have also one upstairs in the sleeping room and the other one in the living room with the bonsai inside. I have here some neon fish inside, some snails and the window cleaner fishes. So it is also in the other aquarium that each side has something different. Here behind me is one of 3 children rooms, but I don't want to show them because this is the privacy of my kids and I don't want to show anything of it or of them. I made the decision a few years ago that I don't want to show my kids anymore at YouTube because they grow, they have their special face and maybe someone remember them out of the videos, and I don't want that, and I want to protect my kids, so I show them no more at my YouTube channel, and I also doesn't show their rooms. But there is one special toy that I want to show you tomorrow, because I also played with this toy when I was a child. And this is so great. Maybe someone of you also play with such a kind of toy. So we will watch it tomorrow, because it is too much to say and to show for one video day. So we will see it tomorrow. I told you that my home is maybe not so like someone of you think how it should look. So when you think about a YouTuber, the most people think they had a lot of money, they live in expensive houses, and this is not by me. So maybe you see that I have high quality wood stuff. So like this here, I prefer to buy something out of wood which have a high quality and isn't damaged after 2 years. So maybe my kids will also have something like this in their future homes. But in my home are some things that are not the quality standard of the actual time. And one of this is that I have no other possibility to heat the house. I have only wood ovens. I have in every second room a wood oven, and this is the only possibility to heat the rooms. So I don't know how it is in your country, if this is normal or if you have other possibilities to heat. Here in Germany it is not normal that you only have a wood oven. So but I also love it, because when I came home and I start a fire, the room is hot in 20 minutes. And yeah, it is also nice to watch the fire. But when it is winter and it is everything's frozen outside, you had to go out and collect the wood, and then you have to start the fire, and without the fire the house is cold. So it is not always nice to heat like this, but it saves a lot of money when you have maybe your own wood, or you can buy not so expensive firewood. So it has their good and their bad sides. I never thought that I will be someday a house owner. So I've got this house 2040 from the grandmother, but I never thought that I will live here, because this house is so old and it had not the quality where I want to live. So I don't want to have a luxury life, but the heating problem is something that I was never thought about living like this in the past. But now it is okay, and the house is from 1890 and it has so massive walls. So when it doesn't heat over 2 or 3 days, when I'm, for example, in the forest hut and I came home, it is not so cold as you would thought, because the walls save the warm temperatures here inside. And I have everywhere old windows. Only in my office the roof window is new. All the other windows are very, very, very old. And they are double glassed. That means that one window has not 2 parts to clean. No, you can open it again and then you have 4 windows to clean. And I hate clean the windows. Yeah, but I have to make the renovation step by step. Of course, I have to say that these are only luxury problems, so that I have the thoughts, yes, I have a house, but it is an old house. Yes, I have a roof over my head, but I had to heat with wood. So there are always people who live in a better condition like you, and you always look up to the people who have something better than you, the better house, the better car, the better lifestyle, the better job. But it is better to look at the other part, which people live much worse than you, which have no job, no house, or are homeless or something like this. And then you see, oh, I'm rich, I have not much, but I am rich because there are so much people who have nothing like I. And all my friends in my age built new homes and have 300,000, 400,000, 500,000 euros that they have to pay back for their house. So they build a house for their needs and with their wishes how it should look, but they are not the owners of the house because they have to pay the bill back. And it's my house. I have nothing to sell. It is only mine, and yeah, this is very, very important for me because this gives me a lot of freedom. I know both sides of life. I know how it is to live very good, to have a good job, to earn a lot of money from the job, but I also know in my past the other part with losing the job, have no money to pay the bill for your home, and just think about what can I buy today to eat? Is my money enough or not? I will never be in such a situation anymore. Never, 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 never. And I have to accept everything in my house. And when I'm angry in the morning because the house is cold and I have to heat the oven, I just have to remember how rich I am to make all these things in my house. Here behind me is my TV. I had the old TV for over 10 years. So this year is since 2 years here, so it has 8 years in front, and I hope it will be, it works so long because electricity is always so short-lived today. It is not really produced for live long. People who are visiting my home for the first time are always stunning when they see the outside, the front of the house, and then they come inside. They always told me, oh wow, I never thought that the house can look from inside like this. It is so friendly and cozy. I love it. And I have to say I also love it too. In these days, of course, it was a long process. I always can renovate on part of the house and on part of the room. So for example, I create the new room, but I have the old window. So I never can complete everything. It is a process which needs a lot of time, but I love it. Yeah. And we see everything now from the living room. Here is a second child room, but it's also closed for you. And we will go into the next room now. Before we walk into the next room, I will show you the horror cellar. So this here is my very, very old cellar. They used this cellar for over 100 years as an preparation cellar for long-term vegetables and fruits. So I always have my apples here in the cellar, but in the last year all the fruits are rotten very fast. So normally when I bring my apples in fall here in the cellar, I will have apple till March or longer. But the last year they are rotten very fast. And then I noticed that I have here very, very high, I have a lot of water in the air, which is not normal for this cellar. So I'm searching for a solution for this problem. So you surely heard the noise of this item. This will make I don't know the right word. This will make the water from the air outside of this room, outside of the air. But it doesn't really work well because you can see it. There are 90% of water in the air and it get not down. So everyone told me different things what I should do for the cellar. I want to have the cellar again for my vegetables and fruits. And like this I cannot put something down there. So I had to find a solution. And you helped me so often with your ideas and with your knowledge. I'm sure you also know how I can stop this problem. Everyone told me different things. The one told me close the window, there is a small window there. The other said make it open. I don't know which is the right way, but I want to use the cellar again, and I'm very thankful for your help with ideas and knowledge. When you remember my old cellar videos, you know that here is something very special. Because this is a closed door. Here you can see it. There wasn't a door in the past. So this house is very old, and in the past they have an underground cellar system from one house to the next one. And I have no idea what is behind this wall. For years I am struggling to find the right way, if I should open it or not, so I'm afraid that all the walls fall down at my body. I'm not sure what I should do. Should I open it or not? Or just a small part, a small hole? I don't know. What do you say? Should I do it or not? So in every case, I will show you the process of the cellar renovation, because I will make something like a prepping cellar here downstairs where I have all my food, or part of my food, because I have also food at the first cabin, but you will see it in any case in my future videos. I filmed yesterday till late in the night, and I make the decision that it is not possible to film everything at one day, and also it's not possible to put all in one video, so I make the decision to make 2 videos out of the room tour. And in the next video you will see the kitchen, the sleeping room, the bath and other parts of my house. So if you are interested, stay tuned and click also in part 2. We see us! Bye!